Oh, fuck it. We'll do it live.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And well, what can we tell you? We were the Other Alliance guys. We are the Other Alliance guys. We have forever shall be the Other Alliance guys. A presentation for one last time of alliance-wrestling.com, your number one source for news and information for the National Wrestling Alliance, United Wrestling Network, TNA, various independents around the world.
Slam.
Nice. Yeah, very good. My name is Tim. I don't know. My name's Tim. My name's Tim, and I'm joined for our 127th and potentially, we think, potentially our last episode by my brothers in pod, Dave Scooby. How you feeling, Dave?
Doing well. Just it's time for a change. In the words of Owen Hart, time for a change. We'll be back one day. We'll have a reunion. We'll get the gang back together.
And our brother in pod, fighting out of the great state of Denver, Championship Wrestling from Jeremy. How are you, buddy?
Jesus, I'm the one stoned, and you called it the great state of Denver.
Oh, Colorado, excuse me. Fucking Canadian. What the fuck do we know? The great city of Denver. Well,
you and your big patches of fucking land.
It's like 3 cities here. That's all I have to remember. Bob is here. We don't have to pretend to be busy anymore. Hey Jay, Devin, man, we're gonna call it a day for now. Farewell for now, as Dave said. For a while, and there's different reasons. None of them really matter, but life gets in the way, and I don't want to watch anything right now. There's nothing for me out there, and we got jobs, we got family, we got things we're gonna do, and who knows? Like as Dave said, we'll get the band back together someday. Doesn't have to be when hell freezes over. We're not the fucking Eagles, so we're a good band.
Don Henley.
Yeah. It was good solo. Fuzzy dropped us a line. He has to go out with us in spirit. We love you, Fuzzy. You're a good man. Willie, I saw your message here, and it's gone. I know you're out there. And I think it was a Tyrus. Of course it was a Tyrus has 3 phobias: soap and water and losing the 10 pounds of gold. Yes, listen. Hey, thanks, Jay. We had a lot of fun. We had 127 episodes of fun, 3.5 years of fun, and there was a break in the middle, I think, at one point, but that's it's been really great. So it's not really, I don't think, a sad time for us. It's just maybe you'll see one of these guys pop up on one of the other shows, or do something on their own, or who knows. Time to move on. We are we're living at a good place, and it's just Dave is the songwriter and the singer and the lead guitarist. He demanded 2 shares. Jeremy and I have had enough. That's the CCR story in a nutshell. Before we say thanks and make it too sappy at the end, I thought maybe we'd just completely freeform it today. We don't have to be here forever either, but now we didn't even fire up the videos for this one. As Jeremy said, fuck it, we'll do it live.
I can't remember. Who was it? Fucking It was it happened on like Inside Edition or something like that.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
current affair or some shit, right?
current
Yeah.
affair or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but we started this show in like I think June 2022,
Yeah.
and we had like NWA USA eventually that we would be able to. We were all into the NWA, and we all we got. Jay said, "Yeah, you guys can have NWA USA because he and DK and Jaden did Power, and still do, and we had a lot of fun doing that." And then stuff happened for me with the NWA, and then I think for you guys just later by you know around the same time, everything just sort of seemed to kind of fall apart over there, for us. But some of the great things, Dave, around the National Wrestling Alliance that you have enjoyed in the Alliance era, the Lightning One era, perhaps, if what tops the list for you?
Uh, well, being there started. I was at the first Power tapings. I, in a roundabout way, met Jay, but I didn't meet Jay. I saw him and I guys, but we weren't part of the alliance or part of the NWA per se yet. We all saw each other, did a little interacting with each other, but as they had more tapings and familiar faces, the beginning of the way was just it to me magic. It brought back the memories of the old school wrestling of when I grew up in Kansas City back in the '80s and seeing wrestling with family. Uh, the beginning of the NWA was just something magic, and being at those tables was just so cool.
I agree. The boss has joined us. How you doing, Jay?
I'm trying to figure out how to get this camera to work while I'm driving, so this is not great.
Things don't change here in the. The
I
more
never said I was a professional.
That's true. This is a professional podcast. There he is. Hey, before we say hello to you properly, Billy Bowen, man, I always say you are the flag bearer of the other Alliance guys. You're always here. You're number one fan on everything on YouTube. Man, we appreciate you. With the Tyrus joke every week, the just like, I don't know, Willie, everything, man. You were the first guy in and last guy out, and we appreciate it. And I thank you not only for your actual real life service, but just for hanging out with us for these years. So thanks, Willie.
You guys see me okay?
Yeah.
Just like
You're driving.
ahead. Yeah. Hey, look, I don't encourage this and I don't recommend it, but I would be a heel if I didn't at least stop in and say what's up to my other Alliance guys. As I don't know who came up with that name. I don't know if that was you, Tim, or what, but it was a great name, and you guys had a great run. And we're not going to get sappy or sad or anything else like that, but I did want to say, like, you guys had definitely found your own in your 127 episodes with a slight sabbatical in between. But I really did enjoy watching you guys on my way home from work on Mondays or Wednesdays or whatever day it was. You guys were always welcomed as part of the show. You guys really made it your own. I know it was my idea to put the three of you guys together. I'll take credit for that. But you guys really did do everything else. And it's going to be a sad day when you guys are not going to be on next week. But those seats are always there for you. They're always going to be warm for you. And I just appreciate the hell out of you guys putting your efforts into our channel to help make it grow. And there were lots of times when your guys' numbers were bigger than the big show. So you could always take pride in that you guys had an audience that was different. We didn't always have the same people watching the same show. So again, kudos. And like I said, I'm very proud of the work you guys did in the short amount of time that you guys were working together. You guys went from just 3 dudes to the unofficial alliance guys, and really, you're going to be missed.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I do.
Thanks, boss.
Love you guys. You're all like brothers to me, and I'm not sad that it's over. I'm just sad that it's not happening anymore. So
yeah, we're going to be around. We'll be in the Discords, right? We'll be on the I don't know, we're anywhere. AllianceWrestling.com, your number one source for news and information for the national.
I'm gonna need fill-ins every now and then. So this.
You
guys are always welcome back.
You need 2 or 3 new guys now and call them the other alliance guys, or still
the other alliance guys twice removed.
That's right.
That is fucking weird.
I don't know. So yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been like 3.5 years. We had a good time. Dave was just saying what he loved about the NWA when we first came in. What about you, Jeremy? What like made you like go ham on the NWA right off the bat?
NWA was what I grew up on, and then whenever I saw that Corrigan was starting it back up and that it was going to be available on YouTube, I had just started getting into YouTube. I had just started getting into social media and everything. And whenever it first came on, it reminded me of what I grew up with. Episodic. There was a storyline that could be followed with the matches. There was an overarching storyline with the Strictly Business and what Nick Aldis was doing as a champion. I was thoroughly drawn in. For as much shit as I give him and everything, he was a great representative and holder of the 10 pounds of gold to introduce the new era of the NWA. He's still a ham sandwich jabroni, Jay. It's okay.
Look, you are 100% right on your assessment.
Unrelated to nothing, Hitler was nice to dogs.
Hey, and Trump likes prostitutes, so
No, I'm sorry. I don't know.
You guys are gonna miss that. You guys are gonna miss that.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. No, I mean, I think if I remember correctly, like I had done the Alliance guys stuff with you, Jay, like kind of like a fill-in member when somebody was wasn't able to come in, and I loved it. And I said, could I do a show? And you're like, I'm looking for guys to do a show with. I didn't know either one of these guys. And you're like, talk to Dave Scooby, talk to Jeremy. We all kind of just we met, and we're like, all right, you guys want to do a show? Let's do a show. And it worked out, man. I got 2 great friends out of it, and man, it was so much fun. And yeah, look at that. Yeah, mine's
6-man
right
fucking
here.
tag champs, damn it.
That's right. 6-man tag. And for me, it's exactly the same stuff for the NWA. I thought all this was, $1 million on TV and Strictly Business. What an amazing, group overall. Boy, do I miss Royce Isaacs. I don't know where that guy went.
Yeah.
That guy was like, I always used to say, he was like guy you would see him in cartoons who would tie women to train tracks. He had that edge to him, right?
Snidely Whiplash.
Snidely Whiplash, yeah.
He's New Japan Lions Den, isn't he?
Is he?
He's really focusing on the independents right now.
Okay.
And I've seen him in lots of places. He actually is the Epic Pro heavyweight champion, and the reason why that's relevant is because Epic Pro is one of the companies that the Alliance blog has sponsored in the past. And they have a great little show out here in Los Angeles. Glendale to be exact, and they do their shows on Fight. If you guys want to see more of Royce Isaacs, you can find him on Fight with Epic Pro LA. But he
Okay.
also, Royce is really, I mean, he teams with Jarrell Nelson all over the place as the One Percenters or the West Coast Wrecking Crew, and they're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know exactly what's going on with New Japan Strong and the New Japan Dojo and all that stuff, but he was very much a part of New Japan Strong when they were touring here in the States.
Okay.
Well, Jay, I'm going to ask all you guys this while you're here, because I don't know how long we got you for, Jay, but while you're here, and you got to keep, well, you're going to keep going, obviously, with the Alliance guys and everything every week, but in the last, should I go to Lightning one? And let's just say the last 4 years, how do you feel that the NWA has fared? And do you think it's on an upward trajectory, or just straight across, or is it down?
So I feel like Tyrus was kind of rock bottom for the NWA. I don't think it's gotten anything worse. I don't think anything we've seen in the last 2 years has been anything worse than Tyrus's world champion. But that isn't a good thing, I've always said that the talent is there in the NWA. There's a lot of guys to get excited about. There's a lot of things that are fun and interesting. But at the end of the day, the booking can be very, very, I don't know, stupid. I don't want to be insulted as a fan of wrestling, and I don't want to encourage people to watch a product that is going to insult their intelligence. There are some things that the NWA does they do very well. I mean, look, we just got Silas Mason, the Thrillbilly, as the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And there seems to be something palatable. It seems like people are excited about that. I think that could carry a lot of momentum going into 2026. But there's still shit that Billy's doing that just doesn't make any sense to me or anybody else that I talk to. Skits that just don't seem to go anywhere, telling stories that nobody asked for. If we could just keep it back to the ring, like the old adage, keep it stupid. Give me a guy to cheer, give me a guy to boo, and give them something to fight about, whether it be a title or a girl or whatever. And that's all I really need to be invested in a pro wrestling match. If the NWA could do that on a regular basis, I think they would have something special. The talent's there, right? The production's there. It looks great. The TV looks good. The wrestlers in the ring are good. When it's Danny Deals and Joe Galley on the mic, it's good. And then somewhere in between, we get stupid skits that don't belong in pro wrestling, don't belong anywhere. So to answer your question, I'm still very hopeful, but I am, I am not a pessimist, an optimistic. So I'm thinking that, we're right around the corner. It's about to happen, but I've been saying that for 2 years now.
Yeah. No, I hear you. What do you think, Dave? You think it's going up or going down or staying the same, or what do you think?
It's improving some, but they like I've said, they just need to shorten that 3-month window. If they could go to 4 to 6 weeks, I'd be happy with that. But I mean, it's just they need to bring somebody in, whether it be in management. Billy is the owner. Just let him own it. Bring somebody in to actually manage in charge of what goes forward. Just the lag is killing them. Any moment that they can get, the taping lag is just killing them.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I'll ask you the same question, Jeremy, but I'm going to forget if I don't say this. When Mason became champ a million years ago now, but also last week. I thought, in my infinite wisdom breed stupidity, I think this was a mistake because
Oh,
traditionally the holder of the 10 pounds of gold is somebody as a casual, maybe leaning towards more than casual wrestling fan. You knew who Tom Latimer was, right? You knew who Nick Aldis was. You knew, well, yeah. You knew who Tyrus was, even if you weren't a fan. They were somebody, and I'm not saying Silas Mason's a nobody by no means. He's the most interesting thing they've got on their programming, and it's a different change. And I'm so glad that there's that a little bit of fire now in the market for that guy as champ, Jeremy. And I don't know. Do you think he helps the trajectory, or do you think you're going to get stuck where they are?
If it was a year and a half, 2 years ago, it would have helped.
Yeah.
If he would have gotten in there right at, if they would have put it on him before he dumped Puyo or right after he dumped Puyo and they started the Southern Six or whatever, then possibly. But now, no.
Mm.
Billy's booking is akin to Big Lots.
I don't know what that is.
Big Lots is an outlet store that sells all the stuff that's already been picked over and the other stores can't get rid of now.
Oh, winners. It's a Maple Leaf, buddy. It's a Maple Leaf.
But I want the NWA to succeed. Billy has the determination to make it succeed, and I really feel the love of wrestling to want it to succeed, but he's his own worst enemy and he gets in his way. Like everyone else has said, he needs to step back. He needs to put people in that have made this their entire life. And those individuals are out there. You've had them. One reason or another, you ran them off. Quit being fucking Dixie Carter, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Willie says NWA, should terminate the skits and focus on the wrestlers and the matches.
Can I counterpoint the Silas Mason topic?
Yeah.
Now it's time for one counterpoint.
Sorry about the sun. So I hear you, Jeremy, when it comes to the Thrillbilly, because obviously I feel like in terms of popularity and what he brought to the table was something entirely unique. So when Thrillbilly came onto the scene and he had Poyle Delmar, the manager of champions, we had something that the WWE didn't have, that AEW wasn't doing, that TNA wasn't trying, and it was very unique to the NWA, and they squandered it. I agree with that 100%. But I also feel like right now, you needed the Thrillbilly to kind of go through these, tests, if you will. He needed to go and have these opportunities to grow as a wrestler. I'll say this, and when it comes to promos, I don't think there's anyone in the NWA on Silas Mason's level.
No.
In terms of his in-ring ability, that guy has gotten better since he's been in the NWA.
Yeah.
And then even when it comes to physical appearance, have you seen how jacked this guy looks right now? I mean, he looks
like a fucking
better
comic book superhero.
Right. And I think these are the elements that you're gonna want. See the idea of the NWA has done, look, Cody Aldis, Trevor Murdoch, Trevor Murdoch, Tyrus, EC3, Tom Latimer. These guys were all from that WWE. They all had spent time in that WWE. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
But what we have now is somebody who does not fit that cookie cutter. We have somebody that is a homegrown NWA guy, whether it be through JCP back in the day. He never had that WWE stink on him. He never had the TNA stink on him. He is entirely an NWA creation. And I'm not saying that the NWA created him. I'm just saying that he's pure. He doesn't have that, I don't even know what to call it. He just doesn't have the stink of the big companies. And I feel like also he is a little bit more free, whereas he might not ever work for the WWE. He might not ever get a chance to be in AEW or TNA. This could be it for him. This might be the top of the mountain for one Silas Mason. And if that's the case, I feel like he's going to maximize his potential. He's going to do everything he can to prove to the world that he deserves to be in this spotlight. And for me, that's enough reason to think like things are going to get better. And again, I am an optimistic, so maybe I'm being naive when I say all this, but I really feel like this is the moment where things are going to change for the NWA, because you've got a guy who's hungry, right? He's not looking for that WWE paycheck, not looking for that AEW paycheck. This is it.
Dave,
very solid points.
Yeah, he's wrong, and I'll tell him why in a second. But yeah. Dave,
son of a bitch.
Dave, is Silas Mason the answer for the NWA right now? Is he the best choice?
Right now, he is the best choice. He's the new cool. He has the. He's the big guy that when he comes to the ring you pay attention to. He's what it takes to be champion. Now they just need to build him up so he has that feel. And I mean, if Polio is behind him, at least social media wise, that's a good thing. But they just need to push the hell out of him and put him out on the territories anywhere that he can go. If they're doing, I mean, this week it's what WrestleCade is going on, Thanksgiving weekend. You got, and I mean, the more exposure, the better. A unproven talent outside of the NWA. Now you have to give him that shine and just shine him up and make him noticeable.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he is the right guy, Jay, for the job right now. And what the problem is that the NWA is not the right guy for Thrillbilly. And I mean that if you're going to get a homegrown guy and he looks great, he sounds great, he's the biggest man who ever lived, he looks like that. Remember that Southeast Championship Wrestling with John Cena at the desk? Remember those videos? And they would have, they would have those guys. It was like an old 80s thing. I mean, that's Silas Mason, right? And he brings back that feel from that time, like you were saying, Jeremy. But if you've got that guy and he's there and he's ready, I'm not saying you shouldn't put the belt on him. They don't have anyone else they could put it on right now. Latimer held it a long time. It goes to Thrillbilly. But what's the NWA got for him? Like what platform move are they going to make? Did they go, hey, the Thrillbilly's going to take them into the spotlight? What can they offer him so that he is successful to bring the NWA forward as a company. I would argue nothing. It's going to be on Roku, and I don't think the ratings are likely to change very much. And that's nothing against Silas Mason. Like we've been saying, he's the man. It's just I don't think the NWA has the gravitas to use what they've got in Mason effectively. Oh, who the hell am I?
Well, look, you are somebody who's educated enough on the product to understand that there are some limitations on what the NWA is. And until the NWA really determines what it wants to be, is it a TV show? Is it a live event? What is it? Then these questions are always going to be asked because they don't know that there hasn't been anything that cements them to what they genuinely want to be. You know, they used to do pay-per-views. They gave up doing pay-per-views. Okay, cool. They were doing live events. Now they're doing less live events. Like, what? Okay, well, what is it that we want to be with the NWA?
Right.
Is it just another indie? Okay, cool. Then let's all temper our expectations. It's just another indie. Is it a TV show? Okay, well then fine. Stop doing live events. Don't confuse the audience. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like the NWA even really knows what it wants to be right now. I don't think Billy Corgan knows what he wants to be. You're not competition in the WWE. You're not competition at AEW or TNA or even MLW for that matter. You are in the same, circle as, not even the United Wrestling Network. I feel like they have a more interesting product at the time. So, until Billy really figures out what he wants to do, this is just going to be what it is. But with that being said, I feel like the Thrillbilly can be a person who garners interest, who brings eyeballs to the product. And I know, hey, Aldous did that. Hey, if EC3 couldn't do it, then how do we expect this guy who never stepped in the WWE to do it? But I think my point is the guys in the WWE had that opportunity and never went any further than what they did. Where I feel like this is the opportunity for Thrillbilly to really step up and make this his own, And I'm at the very least I'm excited about the potential. I'm very excited to see what could happen. But at the end of the day, he has to execute, and the NWA has to give him a platform. And if it's Roku, so be it. If it's something greater, then even better. But I like I said, I'm the optimist, so I'm expecting big things to happen.
Well, I hope you're right. And for all of the shit that we will talk because they quite often deserve it, we all hope that you're right. We want to see the NWA continue to succeed more and more all the time. So, Jay, you look like
I am home, but I'm going to hang out for just a few more minutes because this is the last time, at least for now.
This is it.
We'll do it live. Sorry. I was listening earlier.
Did you hear Jeremy when we went live?
No. Is that what he said?
All right. Well, watch the replay later.
I'm a professional. Look it up. That's my other one.
However, some of the best things about the NWA are, for me, some of the best times has been chirping on them when they give us some of the worst things we've seen over the last couple of years. Jeremy, what's some of the worst stuff out of the NWA that we just went, oh my God?
Tyrus coming off the second rope.
Tyrus in general.
Rolando.
God love. I absolutely love the man under the Gimp mask, but Gags the Gimp is some bullshit. Puyo and fucking Thrillbilly breaking up was some bullshit.
Yeah. Kyle Davis whispering in his ear on camera, step over her and walk out.
Yeah.
That was some bullshit.
the whole cocaine debacle.
Oh my God.
The picking of set pay-per-views, PLEs, special live event, whatever you want to call it, name that no one wants to bother to learn how to actually say most of the time. Billy being in charge and making all the decisions still.
What do you think, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know where Billy gets his ideas. I know he wanted to be different, and in looking at Billy being involved in pro wrestling, UA was like his third or fourth choice. And once he got it,
That's fucking true.
it's just I think you could have done NWA new school, but still kept enough of the old school history and legacy, and almost retold some of the stories that back in were told that today the wrestling fan doesn't know about. You could retell some of those stories, just switch it up a bit. That I mean, Billy just having final say in everything and not letting it just breathe. That I mean, nothing against Eric Smalls, but where does he fit in? Unless you have a mini division, have him going up against some other small people, it doesn't work for me.
Don't give him any bad ideas, Scoob. You're right, though. He's
well. I watched MLW back when they'd come to the ECW arena, and you couldn't believe how over Micro Man was. But there's a time and a place for certain things, and you just have to figure out where it is. Okay, if there was a space for Eric Smalls, that's cool, but then you have to move him off to the side once you finish that story. Don't rehashing it. But I mean, it's all I can say really positive about Billy is I'm glad that he did indeed buy the NWA, because who knows where the NWA would be if he wouldn't have. There's 50 to 75, 100 people total that have had a career or currently have a career working with and for the NWA. So it's another place for people to work in the wrestling industry, but it could be so much more. And I mean, I'm glad it's where it is, but it could be doing so much better.
By the way, did you guys know that the once being the belt guy, there was an NWA World Midgets Championship that goes back to 1949 and was not deactivated until 2009.
Well, they brought it back for a short time too with Pro Wrestling Revolution.
Yeah, Octagonicito or whatever it is.
Sí. Mucho correcto, señor. Do I get to list my my Red Rooster awards?
Yes, please. The Red Rooster Award. I love it.
Baron von Storm. I think that was unapologetically the most terrible idea that they had. Let's also throw out question mark number 2. The man was dead, and you rehashed his gimmick into something that was just embarrassing. Both of those things are really, really bad. I would also throw out there the entire fiasco of eliminating pay-per-views and all my money being thrown in the garbage because Fight TV didn't keep access to those pay-per-views. So I lost all the money I spent on those pay-per-views.
Yeah.
That was pretty embarrassing. But I think the most embarrassing thing of the entire Billy Corgan era of the NWA is having a wrestling show that featured Natty Neihart wrestling against your champion and not securing the bag, not having it air on your program. That should have been from the very jump of Roku. That should have been the match that you kicked off the entire series on, because that match had something that no other NWA match had up until that point, and that was mainstream appeal. Whether you love Natty or hate her, she is a legend in the business. She is a third generation wrestler, but more so than anything else, she's under WWE contract. And people, just because she was under WWE contract, people wanted to see her versus Kenzie. And who cares who won or lost or anything else? You had that match on your show and didn't secure the bag to have it on TV. You fucked up, Billy. You done fucked up.
And to come from the music industry where crossing your T's and dotting your I's on rights and everything is paramount, to have fucked up that bad, fucking amateur hour, man. You want a toe? I can get you a toe.
And here's the real embarrassing thing. I don't know if he fumbled the bag or just never even asked for it. Like, did he think that maybe the fans didn't care, or that wouldn't have been a marketable moment for the NWA? Because and maybe that was the deal all along. Maybe it was like, hey, this is going to be not for TV. This is just for the fans in attendance. Make sure you get there. But fuck, I would have sold it that way then. Hey guys, this is a big moment for us, but it's not going to be on TV. Come buy the ticket, one of one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Going back to that, like, 'cause I was going to go to that show and then I didn't, and then that match was announced, and I kicked myself because we had
You were close. You were talking.
I canceled the hotel already, and I went because that was the match on the show I wanted to see, and with like just that little spark. I think Jay called it the shove heard around the world first. I could be wrong, but like it was that little spark, and it was all over the the wrestling internet. So it was an attraction. It was something worth seeing. I agree. Huge miss. I continue to maintain, and you're all gonna laugh. DK likes to harass me about it, or he did in the past. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I maintain Tyrus was worth the risk. He held that title for way too long, but the fact that he had that status on Gutfeld and how popular that show, I assume, still is, I think it was worth that particular risk. I would have cut it at 6 months, but yeah, terrible, worst champion I think I've ever seen. Anyway,
Gentlemen, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. But again, I said it in the comments. Thank you for your service. You guys really did help grow the Alliance blog, not just because of watched hours, but because you guys offered something different to the channel. And I felt like you guys really did come into your own. I threw you to the wolves. I said, hey, figure it out, guys. And you guys did it. You not just did it, but you did it well. Made me feel like a genius for putting you guys together. You're going to be missed. Of course, you guys will still be around. And again, those seats will be kept warm for you if the itch comes back to you. But all of my gratitude and thanks for the time that you guys spent on here. You're still part of the Alliance, even if there isn't a show. And anytime I can help you gentlemen out with anything, just let me know. Thank you, gentlemen. And may you have a excellent quest in your future endeavors.
we'll see you.
Later, gentlemen.
Take care. Thanks, Jay.
Take
Later,
care,
guys.
Jay.
Nicest guy in the world, am I right?
Yep.
Best boss I've ever worked for.
Yeah, pay's not so good, but
I'm not allowed to talk pay.
No, yeah, we can't. Yeah, sorry, NDA. Kyle Davis was honest about Natty versus McKenzie not being allowed on TV by WWE. Okay. But still could have filled
Not
it like
until
this.
they got backed into a corner and questioned about why it didn't happen, though.
Right. Right. But like Jay said, still could have been booked as come see this live. One time only.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. You know, we had some good times with the UWNs. Jeremy, like you were like so into that when Daniel Hill was booking that thing. That guy's awesome on Facebook, by the way, if you
Yeah.
follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I thought after he parted ways with UWN that it slipped. Although I don't know if the two are connected, but around those particular times, and you know, when he moved on, UWN was always a fun watch for us. And Dave, you brought us into Major League, and we had some fun over in Major League watching some of those products. But, you know, I still say Baba Fight Club was one of my favorite stables of all time, Dave.
Oh yeah, it was seeing it live was amazing, and I mean, just being in the old ECW arena. Granted, they've cleaned it up a lot since its original days as the original arena, but just seeing wrestling there, whether it be MLW, the NWA, seeing Battleground Championship Wrestling, just a lot of different styles. And I mean, the MLW, I'm hoping that they get a good with their new TV deal that they're working on. They've relocated to South Carolina. They'll be in Charleston, headquartered there. So, hoping that they get a lot more doing like WrestleCade and Starcast and stuff that happens over in the Carolinas, and that they'll be almost a mainstay in wrestling happening, like the old JCP,
Right.
and that they're able to use that area and that heritage to build something in that area. So we'll see. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. I'm on the lookout for some good wrestling. And MLW, while it has its ups and downs, I can usually find something I like on any of the programming.
Yep. Jeremy also got us in early on to Memphis, UWN, and Gotham. I mean, we hear good things, but was it Memphis? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. Jerry the King Lawler's down there right now, or for doing some filming with them, but and that went south. They missed the mark, I thought, with what was his name? The Master of Fat Jitsu.
Oh, K Toomer.
K Toomer, yeah. I know they eventually put the belt on him, Jeremy. But
Yeah, and then they immediately took it off of him. He did not hold it nowhere near long enough.
Yeah.
Gotham Wrestling, I haven't checked out since this came out. I think they were showing like a couple of matches here and there on regular UWN episodes, but I haven't been watching UWN, so
yeah.
I just UWN was awesome whenever I first got into it. Jake was the one that turned me on to it, and I started checking it out, and it was a lot of fun. And then it just kind of went on its little hiatus and came back, and then went on it again, and came back and went on it again, and came back, and it lost all of its momentum, all of its
I agree.
goodwill, honestly, with me for that because it was just inconsistent
Yeah.
on when it was going to be there.
I'll tell you what, guys. Let's do this. We've talked about probably everything we're going to talk about, right? But I'm gonna switch it to you guys to give our last farewell for now words. Let's go to this guy first, the vanguard of this particular exit out of the building. Championship Wrestling from Jeremy. Any final words, final thoughts? Anything you want to say? Want to give us a TNA Impact recap? What do you want to do?
I've had I've had a blast doing this. Making the thumbnails is always been one of my highlights of the week. Whenever coming up with one, I try to look at it. I try to look at everything with an askew view, um, and add a little humor whenever I can. Um, if you look hard enough in them, you'll find Easter eggs in most of them.
Pretty great.
I I love sitting down with you guys. I'm a tag team. I'm a 6-man tag team champion because of you guys, and that's an honor that I carry with me forever. Uh, just sitting down and getting to talk with you guys and showing up, and seeing who can pop in and everything. And the Tyrus joke of the week is fucking amazing. But you know, uh, I got a life outside of this. I just became a grandfather for the third time again. So I've got my second granddaughter now, Ivy Elizabeth, and she's just cute as a fucking button. And then I've got my fourth grandkid, my third granddaughter on the way as well in the next month or two. When's Vivian coming? When's Vivian?
January 5th is their due date.
January, anytime between now and January the 5th, I'll have Vivian, which as a Young Ones fan, I just am absolutely over the moon about Vivian's who turned me into a punk rocker. So, or well, not turned me into, but was the start of learning about what that was. And as much as I'm a wrestling fan, I'm a punk rocker. So I'll always be a wrestling fan. I'll always be a punk rocker, and I'll always be an Alliance member. I'll always be in the Alliance fam. So it's not goodbye. It's farewell for now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna give it to the anchor man before I take us out. I feel like I already did mine a year or so ago. So, Dave, any last words? You wanna book the Alliance into the future? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? What do you say? What do you know?
Well, I mean, we'll get the band together maybe in the future. Who knows? Just want to thank everybody for quote unquote putting up with us. I enjoyed doing the fantasy booking, and I mean it's one of these things of all I can really say is enjoy. Like I told you before, wrestling is truly Baskin Robbins. It's 31 flavors. You don't have to like it. So watch what you enjoy. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. Don't shit on other people for what they like. Just enjoy what you like. If you don't enjoy something, bypass it. But don't judge people by what they like. Just everybody try to get along. And I mean that's just one of those things that just just do your best. That's it. Do your best.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate both you guys. And like I said, when I called it a day, I don't remember when it was. It was like 30 episodes ago or something for a while. Like I had a life-threatening medical thing back in 2020, and I found the Alliance, and that led me to Jay, and that led me to you guys, and it led me to this, and it's been so much fun. It's just like you guys are my friends, and I hope, Jeremy, that you and I get to press flesh, as they say, someday. It's a weird saying, isn't it? Press flesh. Shake hands. Dave and I have met more than once, so and everybody out there who's just been so awesome to us and supporting us, and Scooby Dooby Doo, I'll miss you, says Devin. We will be in the Discord.
Yeah.
We're all three of us are in the Discord. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Thanks for everything, man. We're not going anywhere. It's not a sad day. It's just we need the relief valve on this particular machine to be on right now, so that we can go and do some other stuff with our lives. And I think we're doing it the right way. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you guys, all you guys. So I guess that's it. So somewhere down the line, one last time,